through your word, transform our life, shape our destiny, and raise us as vessels of positive influence. I pray that you will give me a word that will exalt Christ. Let the words I speak edify the saint, and let the words that I speak evangelize the lost among us. In Jesus' mighty name. Let all saints join me in and say a big amen. Amen. You may take your seat in the presence of the Lord. And like the culture of the church, just turn to the person sitting beside you and tell the person you are welcome to the house of the Lord. Amen. Today I want to talk to you about a topic I've already said and I'm going to do, and she called herself a woman. Hallelujah. I want to tell you the story that brought this thing so that you will not see it's not insultive. And she called herself a woman. One day, there was a lady that was going out with a guy. And so the lady visited the guy. And the guy, I think, wanted to have a sexual interaction with the lady. Because the lady was a Christian, she refused. And then she was like, she felt shy, and then she didn't allow the guy to do it. And so the guy reported the issue to the friend of the lady. And as they were talking, the guy said, and she called herself a woman. In actual fact, if she was a woman, she should have given in to what he was talking about. You say you love me, you have come and we are there. I'm trying to touch some places and you are behaving as if you don't like it. We in actual fact, now we were your bar. And she calls herself a woman. And so my brother and friend Aaron Fantas written a book about it. And I want to preach about that. I know when you see the topic, he will be laughing. Yeah, and she called herself a woman. The same way this scenario has happened, our culture has also done the same thing to us. In certain cultures, women do not talk. And so when a woman talks, the next thing that they are saying that, and she called herself a woman. It's actual fact that when you go against what the culture describes, then it is trying to prove that you are not a woman. A woman should not do this. Now, so culture is putting a cap and a limitation on us. And traditions are putting a cap on limitations on our ladies. But I think the best way to look at the woman is to look at it from the creator. What do you think? Because he created him and he understood the woman, and he would rather educate you very well. And we're not left without that. The good book that so far in the whole world, the Bible, educates us on that one. That indeed there's a way the woman was wired. Of course, like yesterday I was telling the people when we're having the life class that preparatory, that you see, because there's no chapter that really deal with this topic, it's very difficult for you to deal with the topic if you are not a good student of the Bible. And even people that are good students of the Bible, it depends also on your call. If you have not been called to address that issue, you wouldn't be seeing those kind of footprints in the Bible. But it's so clear over there. So I have been asking myself, where did the culture got all these things from? Because they lost touch with culture. Men are demeaning women. Women are not seeing themselves the way they ought to see themselves. But let me tell you, if women are able to see themselves the way God sees them and behave the way God does, you will see that they are very lovely and needed. And if we men begin to see women the way God sees them and relate to them in that way, we will see how beneficial they are. In our attempt not to do that, we are killing many potentials of women, many great things. And let me tell you, everybody sitting over here is a solution to a problem in the world. That's why when I see a mad person, I feel very sad, because that person was brought to this world to solve a problem. Now that he's mad, it tells you that the problem that he was brought to solve will not be solved. And no matter how I do mine, still there will be a problem in this world. And that's one thing the devil is doing. If I see a lady who's not behaving as a woman the way God meant a woman to be, the problem is that she's not the only one going to suffer. Me too, who should be the receiving end of what she could have contributed to society, I'm going to also suffer. The devil people are the same thing. For instance, if there's a woman over here raised in our generation that God is preparing to become the first female president of this nation, and the person dies on the way. It tells me that I will never have the opportunity to see the first female president in this world. I'll have to die. The next generation can't enjoy it, but I can enjoy it. Why? Because we have to give birth to a child. God will not give birth to a grown-up woman just because He wants me to see the female president. So we have to guide each other, and it's all lost of purpose. We don't have purpose in view. Even people don't understand the purpose of a church. We don't understand the purpose of a pastor. We don't understand the purpose of a church member, church workers. And you realize that now the social media is helping you to educate you. My sad aspect, I'm praying for my children, my great-grandchildren. And tomorrow, they will not listen to people who don't know what they are talking about. But because they are vocal and they have opportunities, they can talk. Of course, I don't blame them. Pastors are joining them, acting up. Now psychology is teaching us about the woman. Sociology is teaching us about the woman. But whatever psychology is saying, because it's coming from men, it is being revised. Have you realized in the field of medicine and in the field of diet and nutrition, today they will tell us that we should not eat egg at all. Then some years back they say if every human being need to eat egg once a day. Then the next day you don't have to eat 2 eggs. Then the next time they come and say, oh, if you like it, but you should have ate 3. That tells you how human knowledge is. It's being revised. I don't know, when I used to be an accounting teacher and accounting student, we had a book called Frank Hood. And when we buy the Frank Hood, they will say, oh, there's a new edition that has come. The edition that comes is a proof that human being has the probability to make errors. And as we go ahead, we correct it. There's only one book that do not have editions. It's called the Bible. Nobody have ever edited it. The same old book. It's the same book we have. So human beings might say whatever they want to say. Of course, there were those who brought us the Bible, came with slave trade and other stuff. The only problem I have with Africans is that whenever we talk about the white man, we only talk about their slave trade. But without them, we wouldn't have enjoyed cars. Tell me any African who produce a car. The same slave trade give us the dressing we are wearing. We are wearing a tam and other stuff. Today, look at us. So everything has its own positive and negative. But the African man is a racist, just as the white man is a racist. So the next thing you will use to discredit the white man is that he brought us a Bible, and in the Bible he made us slave, and because of that people are discrediting the Bible. I have fine books, I've read books, I'm a student of books, and there's no book I love than the Bible. There's no book I read every day than the Bible. I can go a day without reading any other book, but not the Bible. When I sit in a car with you, you see open my phone, and I'm not looking at video. I am reading my Bible. It might be so awkward to you. Who is this guy sitting in the open space reading my Bible? I don't care what you think. The end of the day is that I care who I'm being made and who I am. So I want us to go to the ancient book and find yourself. That statement the guy said, and she called herself a woman. That statement the society is saying, and she called herself a woman. How did God create man to be? So that you woman that you are sitting over here, you too will find out that how they are described, you don't have, for instance, undress yourself and naked yourself and go on social media to show your breasts and your nice shape that you too you're a woman. No. That is why I'm also picking it. If you are doing that and you call yourself a woman, it's very dangerous, because the word woman didn't come from you, it came from the Bible. So you don't use it and now describe it. You pick it from its origin and decide how it is. The same thing applies to man. And so let's go back to the Bible when the woman was being created. I love that woman, so I have to pick her picture. I mean, she's doing well. This is a woman. This is a woman. Not because she's in the kitchen, but you see the joy in the child's face and the her husband's face. I mean, she's a woman. And you understand why I'm saying that. Okay, so I had a lot of pictures. I said, well, let me pick this one. I think I love this one. In my next home, I will take a picture like this with my wife. Okay, Genesis chapter 2, verse 18 to 24. The Lord God said, it is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him. So what did the Lord say? It is not good for the man to be alone. Keep that one in your mind. Now, one of the things I love about God is that he doesn't make mistake. So when he tells something that the thing is not good, it means it is not good. No matter how we argue, no matter how we propound theories to prove him wrong, we'll come back to know that what God said, that is not good. It's not good. I learned that 3 days ago that a KD died. And I chanced to listen to a lot of his videos. I'm a social media person, so I chanced to listen to his videos where he was proving there's no God and human being is God and other stuff. This morning, as I was preparing for message, I had a chance to listen to Bulldog encounter with him. I don't know whether it was true, but Bulldog said he called him before he died that day, and they were planning for a meeting. Let me tell you, no matter how you want to disprove that God is not there, and you want to bring your propounded theories, let me tell you, at the end, one day, you'll get to know that you were a mistake. Now you should get up and come. She's dead. She's dead. And when you die and you enter the next world, that is when you will get to know some of the things you propounded have no basis to the one who created the world. If we see you will be there on a boy, so let us acknowledge that and live like that. And don't come and stay in a world that somebody created and decide to propound your own theory and live by it. You are no wiser. The Bible says in their eyes, they think they are wise, but in reality, they are fools. I don't like watching television because these social media guys, they sit down, everybody cannot talk about God. And I love God. He doesn't act that you talk the next day you die. You wouldn't mind. But life in situation will let you come back and realize that. So God is saying here, it is not good. And I want the ladies to understand that, listen, it is not good for we to leave the man to be alone. The guys also over here understand that it is not good for you to be alone. I mean, don't let us talk about marriage over here. That's not marriage I'm talking about. But I'm just looking at a world that is a male world. And God said it is not good. That means what is not good, we'll discover it. But he said, in solving that not good, I'm going to bring something that he called a helper. And that thing will be suitable or comparable with a man. Okay, so let's move on. Now the Lord God had formed out of the ground all the wild animals and all the birds in the sky. He brought them to the man to see what he would name them. And whatever the man called each living creature, that was his name. So the man was performing excellently well. He called the name. So this time the woman has not come yet. The woman has not come yet. Now let me tell you, the woman was not also an afterthought. It's not that God created and after you realize that, I've heard the story before. Somebody said, God created man and afterwards said, no. I've realized that all the animals are 2. Where is it? Read it. Where is it? Where did you get that propounded theory from? God realized that animal is 2, 3 is 2. Then realized that only man is alone. That's not what the Bible is saying. Because in Genesis chapter 1, he already had the idea of creating a male and a female. So that is that. It's not an afterthought. That is how the equation is going to be. So the Genesis chapter 1 tells us his thoughts, his idea, his perception he want to create. But then, you see, the best way to help somebody is when the person acknowledges he has a need. It's very painful to help somebody who think that what you are giving to them, they don't need it. Many pastors have suffered that one. Many women have suffered that one. Many men have suffered that one. You met somebody, the person didn't even say anything. Then he said, oh, you are hungry, right? Let me find you food to eat. Probably he didn't need food. Then you gave them food and other stuff. Then one day you were talking about, it was me who fed you. I brought you. Say, I didn't tell you that I need it. It is you who said I should come there and I came there. But you thought he needed it. So I think that in the wisdom of God, this is my own interpretation, but I think that in the wisdom of God, let Adam go first. I don't have to bring the female and the male together. Other than that, Adam will not appreciate the female the way I want to appreciate him to appreciate. So let Adam go first. When he go first, he will see the need of the female. And so I'll bring the female second. It's just a withdrawal of. So He just wanted Adam to recognize the need he had. And this one, God is affirming the need. He just affirmed. Adam didn't say it, but you can see it. I was free with a lady on campus, and we were very free. We were very, very, very free. She only knew me. So one day she did something, and I was very angry. My squad were aware. My guys were aware that I was free with her. And everywhere you see me, you see Anchua. Then she started misbehaving. So I told my guys that, Charlie, this girl is with me. I said, okay, this is what we're going to do. Since she depends on you, go home. Go home. Leave her for some time. So I intentionally went home for 3 days of this. I didn't tell her. So the guys were just watching her. So after 2 days, one of the guys called me and said, Charlie, come back. And I said, what? The lady is not a human being, just come back. I mean, when you see her, she's quiet. I mean, we don't like what we are the one who propounded that theory, and that's what we should. But what is happening? Come back. You don't see life in her. And I intentionally did that for her to see how needful she needs me. You know, sometimes when you get somebody too much, and you get the person, later on you realize. So I always tell, this is one of my good adage I have. The best way for someone to appreciate your presence is to give them your absence. That's it. If somebody is taking you for granted, God have not asked you to let people take you for granted. Just go out of their life. If you really know you are adding value, don't be afraid to withdraw. If you withdraw, they will see your need. But to hang around, withdrawing me doesn't mean that I hate the person, but I'm withdrawing intentionally. If it will take you 1 month for you to know that, Collins Waha, I will love that one because my presence have to be felt. So whenever I'm in somebody's life and that's what I start withdrawing. When I withdraw, I know what I add to the life. When I withdraw, later on you realize when I come back, you value the person very well. I've done it several times to friends. Not only ladies and male friends are like. But when you are parasitic, then don't go. Parasitic means that you are too dependent on the person. He's rather helping you. So if you are going for which person to be felt, stay there and enjoy your parasitic lifestyle. But when you have something you know you are genuinely adding and it is not being appreciated, I would advise you just withdraw for some time and let's see if the person will not search for you and other stuff. So you see that, say I'm needful very well. So I think that's what God was doing. Okay, let's move on. Verse 8 and 20. So the man gave names to all the livestock, the birds in the sky, and all the wild animals. But for Adam, no suitable helper was found. I think this is the place where people were saying he saw them two, and then they realized he said no suitable helper was found. It's just an affirmative statement. Okay, then move on. Verse 21. So then God is going to solve the issue. So the Lord God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep. And while he was sleeping, he took one of the man's ribs. I still think what Dr. Masmoro said is true. I don't know why they talk about ribs. It's not ribs. That word they use from the Hebrew also means side. Okay? So, God didn't use dust to create the woman. No. He took the woman from the man's flesh. So he took him from his side. He didn't take a rib. When he took a rib, he created. No, they share him. Pijama never be a rib on the share. I mean, she should get. I don't know why the Bible interpreted to this way to us, but it is not a rib. Yes, that word represents rib, but that is not its usage over here. It's a side. Just as God created man from himself. You know, he did the dust, and after he breathed into him, so that thing that was coming, it came out of God. In the same way, God, that was the spiritual man. I mean, the spiritual side of man. In the same way, when he needed a physical component of that same thing, he just have to just took the woman from the man like that. But he was asleep. But I am now showing you how it was an affirmative when God said the man was not to be alone. It is not good for the man. So he took him from his life and closed that place with the flesh. It's up to them. Whatever God pick it up to them. Let's move on. Verse 22. Now the guy will get up. Then the God made a woman from. So you see, he's not created. The woman was not created. The word over there was so made. He didn't say the God created the woman. He made a woman out of the man. So he made it from the rib he had taken out of the man, and he brought her to the man. And what happened? The first sight of the man. The first sight of the man. He said, "This is now the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh." I think this came from me. You were asleep. How did he know? He was asleep, but he was able to know. Nobody educated him. In actual fact, wow, this is what I've been looking for. God, you are smart, pal. So what God was saying, it is not good for a man. Already, when you look at Adam, you can know that Adam was suffering. Now he's very happy. Hey, wow, Charlie. I don't know how many have fallen in love before. You can't sleep. You will call. I remember when I fell in love with mommy, I have to port my MTN number to Vodafone because she was using Vodafone. I ported it immediately and I was using Vodafone. So friends who knew it was MTN would call and say, Charlie, you've changed your MTN. I said, you don't understand. I've fallen in love. I've now found the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh. And all of you, listen, if you are here and you are so close with a guy, probably he doesn't have a partner or he have not found this case. That's why he's so close to you. When you find the bone of a bone and the flesh of a flesh, you see that now the call reduces and you are fighting. You are not coming now like you used to call me. Please. When the wow comes, forget. The call is going to reduce. Even the lady, the same thing. A lady will be calling every time, talking. Once you get a lover, can call you once a week. Say, hey, Kwame, you have not been calling me. Baba, I'm sorry. Obwa. She knows where now the call don't go. So he said, less than the guy got up and said, well, let me name her. She will be called woman, but he was taken out. Not rape taken. He was taken out of what? That is a rare definition of a woman. The reason he was taken out of man. We didn't create a woman with that. Out of a man. And the other time you are insulting a woman, you are insulting yourself. Yeah. That is why in my home, I don't allow my children to maltreat my wife. You know, children have a way of maltreating their mother. Yeah. My wife speaks, and you are worrying her, I'll come and beat you. Because my wife is my choice. You know something? If my children are insulting my wife, they are insulting my choice. Natural fact. That's what he's trying to tell. And some of you can get a woman in your life and diss the woman with your friends. Your friends will sit down and they are pointing at the woman. Defend her. Because it's your choice. It's the same reading God will defend a minister, a man of God, even when he's wrong. Because the man of God is his choice. If he knows how to correct him, but not come and tell you that, go and tell Pastor Collins that fighting. What will stand for the man of God? Because the man of God is his choice. That's the only thing. Long ago, my pastor's wife was a very trouble. So one day, the church was talking to me, and this pastor's wife said, listen, I want you to do one thing. Don't look at her from the point of soft mommy. Even if he doesn't have, there are women whose action command respect. So if you are soft mommy's action command respect, God bless you. But don't compare her to any. In case you get a soft mommy whose action does not command your respect, just respect her because of your pastor. Because it's your pastor's choice. Just allow that one to go. So I told the one who was complaining, see, because it's our pastor's choice and we love our pastor, let's accept her like that. It's wisdom. You don't get up. Some of you today, you don't like your mother. You can look at your mother and say, I don't understand. As for my father, I like my father. We understand. I don't know why this woman is worrying my father like that. Listen, your mother is your father's choice. Whether you like her or not, accept her. Not as a mother, but as my father's choice. It's an honor for your father to do that. It's an honor to God to respect his minister. It's an honor for a man to respect the wife. So he would take him out of. Okay, verse 24. Then this is the case. He said, this is why I intentionally took him from his side, because it will cause the man to leave and search for her. Now listen to me. If a man ever get to a time where they're searching for a woman, not even for marriage, As a church, for instance, I can't have only male church. There should be a search of the element of a female figure over here. If I'm starting a company and I want to have a business, I shouldn't have only guys. I should be able to. A man will automatically leave and go and find a woman. God knows what he did. He said, this is why a man will leave his father and mother. So there's a place called living. No matter how I love these children, one day they will leave me. Go and find, and they shall become one. When that time is up, the man becomes so restless until he finds the person. But my big question is, what did God do that he's making him make this very dicey statement? That in as much as I've created a woman, I will let the woman to be chaste. And the man will do that job. Because he cannot but to chase. The same thing Ruth told, and Naomi told Ruth. When he went to Boaz's place and came back and reported what happened, he said, relax, he will never rest until he does it. The women know that when they dress and they go on social media and do that one, you will never rest until you comment. Preaching, you won't comment. Ladies, sometimes you look at some ladies picture beer or member alcohol comment, sweetheart, you're beautiful. That one you've commented. Preaching, you couldn't preach. You couldn't say that it was nice. You don't have time. When you have data, you are the only one who knows where you visit and things you want to watch. You have data, but you don't have time even for God. It's only on Sunday you come here, we are thinking, but you know what your pictures what you are watching and liking and commenting. Yeah, that thing is there, and the woman is leveraging on that one by posting a picture. If you post a picture, a woman posts a picture. People don't know her. You know, 100 likes. Even the WhatsApp status, a woman, he put something there, 200 watch, man, 10, 12. That's how it is. And 200 watch, almost about 150. All of them are men. Admiring a vessel that is not for them. So women, you have power, but don't joke with it. To me, I don't think you are a woman until you see yourself from the side of God. And so take this lesson very serious. Okay, let's see some basic truth about the woman God created. Number one, the woman is God's idea, not man's idea. Hello? It's not Adam that went and said, please, I want you to create a woman for me. It's God that said that I am going to make a helper. So the woman is God's idea. Now, every woman over here say, I am God's idea. Into God's idea, penny. Think about it. I am God's idea. It's not Adam that begged for me. It's not trees that call God to bring me. I am God's original idea. The woman is God's idea, not man's idea. So that's the first truth I want you to keep in your mind. How you handle the woman as God's idea is the same way you are handling God's idea. When you are treating the woman, get to know that you are treating her. Whatever your culture have told you, the woman didn't just emerge from anywhere. Whatever your traditions and wherever you are coming, they are teaching you. According to the Bible, it is God who said that it is not good for a man to be alone. It is not Adam that went and said, even though he was feeling like that, he never told God to do anything. So it is God who brought it. So the woman is God's idea. As a woman, I have to understand that I am God's idea. That is that as a man, you have to know that she is God's idea. You don't take your hand and slap her. God's idea. You don't insult a derogatory statement. God, just as the man is God's idea, the woman is also God's idea. How come you've made the woman the pastor of the church? And God's idea cannot be a pastor of the church. How can she be a vice chancellor? A woman by vice chancellor. You for man. So God's idea should not be a vice chancellor. how you handle a woman. That's how you handle yourself. Number 2, it's a follow-up to this one. Since the woman is God's idea, she is a good idea. If it were to be my idea, I will edit it. All God's idea is a good idea. Of course, it's not every good idea that is God's idea. But all God's idea is a good idea. So the woman is God's idea, therefore she is a good idea. In fact, if you look at it from where he's coming, he said something was not good. So do you think that he will bring an idea that is not good to rectify something that is not good? Listen, can we sit down and from scripture unlearn and relearn? Stop this masculinism, advocacy, feminism, advocacy, and let's come back to the ancient book and learn and relate to each other the way God sees us. The woman is God's idea. If you are by chance have a woman in your life, get it into your mind that she's God's idea and she is a good idea, no matter the highest. Let me tell you, everything that gives life takes life. You don't know. This electricity, it gives us life, we are enjoying, and it kills. The same car that transports us from wherever we came and sit here, that same car kills. Everything. So, though the woman is a good idea, they can also abuse it, especially when they lost touch with purpose. And so the woman is a good idea. The woman God created. I'm not talking about the woman man made. Now, when I ever talk about woman in its perfection, people are now telling me, Pastor, what you are saying, I have my own argument. And others say, you don't understand. Yes, you are talking about the woman after Genesis chapter 3. And anything after Genesis chapter 3 is not a perfect thing you can describe. You have to describe it under a very great scrutiny, bringing the content of sin. This is the woman before sin entered the world. Now, my argument is that if Genesis chapter 3 came and made the woman different from what God created, Genesis chapter 3 sin came and changed the woman from what being a good idea to being a bad idea. Then from there we have all kind of stories of women and other stuff, and then all then to today. Then alongside in the history of man, about 24 years ago, Jesus Christ came into the scene and rectified what Genesis chapter 3 did. So that we'll go back to Genesis chapter 1 and 2 and stay there. Now you are born again. So you are back in simplicity to Eden. And I expect you to now see things from God's perspective and act that way. I wouldn't tell you that somebody who is not born again should be seen like this. If you are not born again and I see you like that, it means that I have to recommend Christ to you to be able to live this. Because that is the true woman God created. But to be born again, and you are not depicting this one, and you are calling yourself a woman, to be born again, and to be oriented by culture and traditions, and all you know is what your culture and tradition have taught you. The woman is like this, the woman is like this. This world, that's what has molded you. Arise, woman, and assume your responsibility. You are a good idea, and if you are born again, you are surely a good idea. I'm telling you, if you are born again, you are surely a good idea. If I'm born again, I'm a good idea. Outside being born again to back to Eden, you hear people's cars at the back of their car. Fear woman and save their life. Are they correct? Yes, they are correct. If you are in Genesis chapter 3, go in. Fear woman and save your life. But if you are back to Eden, you don't need any fear of any woman. Because After Genesis chapter 3, I mean, the woman that we made, she can combine 4 boys and say to everybody, I love you, I'll marry you. We acknowledge that. But I'm not here to teach about those women. I'm here to teach about the women in our kingdom, those who have been back to Eden. And that's what I'm teaching. So I know when I post videos and I'm talking about the women are happy, and they tell them, you're happy, tell them. But you are not back to Eden. You are still in Genesis chapter 3. In between Genesis chapter 3, you are not part of the ones we are talking about. You are not the part of the ones who need that treatment. And those who claim you are born again, you are with us. And still, you are behaving as women after Genesis chapter 3. You are ashamed to your own self. Where is she? The more I read the Bible, the more I get to tell that God, I have a lot to live. I don't know why people read the Bible and they don't have any sense of responsibility. Into new creation, this is what God has made me, and I'm saying I'm living my life, and it doesn't worry people. They just celebrate it. I'm a new creation and other stuff. No, He didn't make you like that just to celebrate it. He made you like that to live it. The one who made this chair that you are sitting on, just imagine you sit on there, you fall down. You sit there, you fall down, and he's happy. I made a chair. But when people sit down, they cannot hold them. They sit down, they fall down. Would he be happy? His joy is made or fulfilled when he found out what he's created is serving the purpose for which he created. So ask yourself, though God has made you a new creation, why did he make you a new creation? God has made you born again. Why did he make you being born again? We can teach about being born again, what God have done and other stuff. It doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. He made you that so that you may do the good works he has preordained before. So to be the workmanship of God and not end the equation to now exhibiting and manifesting good works, and you are happy. It's a big thing. I will never accept that kind of Christianity. Yes, I have to come to a time I have to accept that I'm a new creation. Learn everything I have to learn. But I'm learning to live it. I'm not learning to just celebrate it. I'm the light of the world. I'm the salt of the earth. I'm the this thing. And that's all that we know. The light of the world stealing in your offices. The light of the world taking bribes. We are not calling for perfection, but I'm talking about, you see, sometimes I wish how God deals with me, he would deal with all of us like that. Because you have to accept responsibility. It has nothing to go to it. This thing I'm talking about is not about going to hell or heaven. That's not what I'm talking about. It's making God proud. That is what I'm talking about. Normally, I normally tell people when I'm free with you, the first thing I tell them, make me proud. Make me proud means that I've invested a certain level of trust in you. Don't disappoint me. I'll speak very well of you. I'll tell people I know what you can make. I'm not saying pretend. Leave it because I know you have it. You can do it. Don't see to it that people. One of the things that keeps me in ministry today, I'm telling you, is the fact that people are looking up to me. I'm telling you, people are looking up. My church members, my sons and daughters, my mentees are looking up to me and trusting that one day this man is going to be a great pastor. And it is a temptation. I should not disappoint the expectation. I have to make them proud. And I can, because they didn't put that thing into me just because of I can do it. They have seen something. Some senior corporate leaders trust me very well. I said, Collins, you can do it. And they walk talking about this young guy who's coming, he's preaching and others, and some of them are pushing my preachings into offices. So who is this small guy? He said, that's my son and other stuff. Then all of a sudden one day I come into the social media that I've impregnated about 5 ladies in my church. And then we finish and say, don't care, we are new Christians. The expectation alone, God has expectation of you. Don't disappoint his expectation. So the woman is a good idea. Number 3, the woman was created. The woman God created was created on purpose. He was created on purpose. Don't think that he was just created. It was like, oh, let it. No, God created the woman on purpose, and because of that purpose, He impacted and gave them a unique design and need for them to fulfill that purpose. Into obey, who any your ability, amutiminya fatiri bi dishishe baby mamu shape ye kama. It was done on purpose. And fe means it was done on purpose. And accidental. He intentionally did that to make a woman like that. He intentionally did it that a man will go and leave his mother and father and run after a woman. He intentionally made it like that. Don't abuse it. Don't abuse it. You were created on purpose. Why did you give me breast? Why did you give me this? Find it and leave it. Don't look at society how they are doing those things and also copy and join the lane. Nyame mistake. Created you on purpose with unique design. If not here being church, then I might get into the media. I'll call some ladies to come and tell themselves 360 and see the design. Now call me and see the design. Unique design. Oh, I'm telling you, when we those who are married, when we are working with our wife, they are looking at our wife, not us. No matter my dressing, what could I be a man? Yeah. Unique design. Not only design, but with needs. Now, the next point is a follow-up on today's one. Therefore, I will advise you that the woman's nature must be understood in the light of her purpose. It was in your destiny today. Now listen, her nature should be learned from her purpose. Let me use a car for instance. Those of you who have ever driven a car before, anytime the mate had an issue, have you ever realized that he doesn't open the boot? Maybe the car is going, he will not say check the boot. He say open the bonnet. Why? The structure of the car is that the engine and wherever it is, if that place becomes a problem, then there's a problem. And that place, when you go there, you don't only see the engine, you see an engine, you see a water tank, you see oil distance, you will see where we put the petrol, you will see even the battery. Let's say you came and say you don't like the design. Why should the battery be here? Let me take the battery from this side and go and put it at the back there. Sanam pem car. Okay. Who we are will be to The purpose of the car is the one that is requiring such a design. So if you know the purpose of the car, you don't even touch the design. You are changing designs of women. And their nature, you are fighting the nature, yet you want to enjoy them. What is wrong with you? They are designed in a certain way. Their nature it should be learned out of their purpose. Their nature, the way they behave. You see, their nature is the one that pushes them to behave the way they are. Understand it? Understand it? A woman will never behave like a man. So understand it. And a man will never behave like a man. A woman. We see things differently. Why? Because of their design, their makeup, their nature. When an issue happens, they are not supposed to respond to it the same way the man responds to it. So if you don't take care, you will say that, what you are a man, that is why you are thinking that way. You were designed to think a certain way. They were designed to think that way. If you understand, you will help them. It's not a weakness. It is just, I call it division of labor. God intentionally did that so there will be interdependence. Where you are supposed to help the woman, you are even demanding something. I will be a man there. But I'm in issue. Like who will be? Sama. Who will be? Who your bar? Busoni and who your bar? So over here, idiot. What's wrong with you? Her design, nature. If you understand her purpose, you appreciate their nature. If you don't understand their purpose, you will be misinterpreting their nature. Woman, if you don't understand your purpose, you will yourself also misinterpret your nature and be angry with God why He made you the way you made. Why didn't you make me like a man? Why didn't you are purpose? The same way your need should be understood in the light of your nature. Every nature brings a need. It brings a need. The other time last week I was telling you why blood flows every month, right? Yeah, it is a cleaning agent. Or a clearing agent to make you healthy. But you're hungry. When at the end of the month, God graciously make the blood come out. And you should be happy, thanking God. Because society have told you when you are like that, you are filthy, you don't go to the car, you don't touch food, and so society have done that. And so you too, you have come to accept that. I don't know why the blood is coming every month. Why is the blood is coming? If eggs are in your stomach and your womb and they are throwing, what do you expect? This guy who is describing you doesn't have any egg. That's why he's not seeing any blood. It's a clearing agent. Thank God that every month you are being cleared. The same person who is crying, it comes. When it doesn't come to you, are crying. Because science will tell you, you are done, you are not functioning according to your design. A car is meant to move you from one place to another. I hope you know that. It's called transportation. Move you from one place to the other. But it will surprise you. As important as a car is, it comes with its needs. Because of that, it needs a fuel. So when you are going to buy a car, don't only look at its importance and benefit. Look at its needs, because the nature brings the needs. You don't sit down and say, we need petrol. Say, maybe I don't have money for petrol. I just have water. Then you the petrol tank, you pour water in, and afterwards you go and sit in the car. Then the spark for you to go, or you urinate inside. Why? Because that was not how it was designed to take it. It is only when it comes to human being or female that brought a need. Then you are trying to say you give her any need, she should take it and function as a woman. Her nature brought a need. One of their needs is that they like listening. If you are not ready to talk, don't marry. They will ask you questions. They will come from work. They will come and tell you a mate that didn't give her 20 pesos. She will share it. The mate didn't give you 20 pesos. This shouldn't be a topic. Oh man, what do you think? Bring big things that will bring you 20 pesos now. Mate, who free her kwa saying? And no one gonna see the 80 pesos. What's it 2 CD? When they say this thing, you are thinking, are these people serious? Because I'm their nature makes them like that. So if you don't know how to handle ladies, when they are talking, you might think what they are saying is very trivial. What the man cut 20 pesos nang make a comment. Sorry, I could dress in wapa. So wamuna ni nature ni need no opeso akabi. Wamuna or kitchen wapa. I don't know what say. Me muna say me buy am catch us say 20 pesos okay be. That is them. They brought that need with them because of their nature. They are very, very nice creatures. I just love them. Learn them, live with them. I tell you, when they are angry, like the other time I was telling, when they are angry and they tell you get away, they are not saying get away, they are lying. Get away from me, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me. What do you bam no? Get away from me, get away from me. Obi was get away, Obama. Get away. Oba no when you mobile me block, obey the two number.
we are no as ako fanadam for waje nadam for phone no status. Very many people. Pay me status and what's what you me? What deleting me? I've deleted your number. We are no business now. What are you calling now? Yeah, I'm from America. Or say who post to another lady. I normally see they do kids around it, and you people don't know that it's a clear case about women. But we're packing the name. Me come. What more person open acho? Me come here. Of course I know website. Now I'm macho. I mean the person who wants to go. And one of the kids I think he said me come. Will be a walk on. Said no, he said guy every friend one friend will be a pun or coin. Okoye agane ni ade obi epunu he akwane jo akwane ni ade adeso bi free no so he's happy get move so you happy but you say you're going that's how they are. It's their need. It's like a fuel to a car. You will change oil after every 3 months, 2 months. You change oil. You buy black fruit. You buy this. It's the need of a car. You can't buy a car without buying fuel. Until you need a boy. It's their nature that brought that need. Accept it. They will see blood. They will be causing trouble because of their need. It's very interesting. Listen. A woman can abuse her nature and purpose if she doesn't understand why she is the way she is. Yeah, you can abuse it. You see other ladies go on Instagram and see ladies profanity. Some wear anything, sometimes only pant and take video and go and put it on social. Only brazier and other stuff. Go and put it there because men will watch. You have reduced your humanity down. Listen. You are a woman, and you are only a woman being when you operate as a woman because he brought you here as a woman. If you move from your womanhood according to his creation and behave in a way, you've left your humanity. I'm telling you. So the earlier you get to know who a woman is according to God, the better for you. And live like that, no matter how society is selling off. Live like that. Behave like that. Cultivate yourself. You abuse it. Things God gave it to you that should be treasured, you are giving it for free. Spoiling yourself, dirtying yourself, doing a lot of things. Listen, a woman who doesn't understand her purpose can be a detriment. May God save you from women who doesn't understand their purpose. A man, some of you, when you are choosing, you are only choosing because of the vessel, container. You know, this lady, if you follow me, it be nice for people who you see, if you fake color, if you shape now, you shape now, and you shape no. If she doesn't understand the purpose of being a woman, she'll be very detrimental to your life and to society at home. Woman, listen, if you don't understand your purpose and your nature, this is what inadvertently instead of you giving life, you'll be giving death. Instead of you producing, things that God brought, you'll be doing it and the other way, the opposite, and you are wondering, well, how did I get there? Because one, you don't understand your nature. Two, you don't understand your purpose. That's why you are behaving like that. And so when I get close to a woman, my whole purpose to clear her mind of all the misconceptions. So I like asking questions. When you work with me, I like asking questions. How did you come back in the house? How was your house like? And I ask questions to know where the misconceptions has happened. Then I chip in. Let's think it this way. Check it deep. Why? Because a lot of women, Christians, I'm not talking about the world people because I'm not preaching to world people. Christians don't even know what it is to be a woman. Well, I don't blame them. We, the pastors, have been given that work to do. And the pastor himself doesn't know. Because how can couple come before you and tell you, the pastor, mobile control. Where did you get that thought from? How do you think ignorance is making you speak? Those that know little. Yeah, I mean, do you hear they have a cheap proverb? Those that know much, they don't make noise. Those that they know little, they have social media and they are talking. You don't even know a woman. You are not qualified to be a counselor because you don't counsel two opposite sex. We have counselors who have learned psychology, sociology, and then they have become professionals and they are saying, and people have gone through counseling, and they don't know who a woman is. I'm telling you. You shouldn't go to a counselor and come back without not knowing yourself. I had a chance to meet a couple who were having counseling, and that was post-marital counseling. Normally, I love the post-marital counseling than the before, because the before, no, their mind is on their honeymoon, so whatever you are saying, they are not listening. So me, my church, I wish that the pre-marital counseling will be about 1 month. When you finish, then you come. Because you have entered the institution, so now come. Then I will let us teach you. So when we started, we were talking, and I started sharing. Then the lady was laughing and looking at my book. Then I finished. I asked, "What did you learn?" The pastor, I thought I was bad. But when you were sharing, I got to know that it's normal. I said, "Yes, it's normal." The guy was also, I thought my wife was bad. We have been fighting on it in the house. I said, "Wow, you know you were fighting out of ignorance." I know if this fight would have exist or persist for so many years, you say in Africa, it's my house witches and wizards that are chasing my marriage. An African man will never know that it is ignorance that is killing him. It is when you have gotten accurate knowledge and still you are having issues that you can even say it is house witches. You yourself, you don't know, and you think you know. That is unconscious ignorance. That's more dangerous. Well, okay, now let me finish it. The woman that God created, the woman that God created. What is it? So the woman that God created, number one, is an enhancer. Now, I think you did it over there, but let me explain it. I took it today to explain to you. A woman is an enhancer. To enhance means to increase or to improve in value, in quality, in desirability, and in attractiveness. Now, the reason why God said it is not good for the man to be alone is because he needed an enhancer. Whatever we put in the hand of the woman God created should increase in value, should increase in quality, it should increase in desirability, it should increase in attractiveness. I won't take you far. I wanted to give you a house, a room. If you have a room, do this exercise. Give one to a guy and give one to a female, and tell them after they have finished decorating the room, they should come and you will inspect the room before you enter. When you enter the female room, you know that you've entered the female room. When you enter a male room, you know that you've entered the male room. They have a certain way that it is their nature. It's not that they tried, it was within them. Just give a woman, how much is a Tasty Queen? 35 Ghana cedis. She can get you better food with 35 Ghana cedis more than Tasty Queen. 35 Ghana cedis. So they meto Jenny Kakra, meto a Kakra. Okay, made Namato a more conco back, except very soon. What can obey to be the original? You ask yourself, how did you get that idea? As a man, you are not wired that way, so your man doesn't go that way. But as a woman, she's wired that way. You give her small thing like that money, and then he increases it. Anything you bomb momo akohumano. Cause here the sense can share them and say, "Mo no want to take away no other." Or the take away. Because so many it's can in 10 days nasa. But a woman has said that money, improve the value, use it for a lot of things to solve a lot of problems. Give her cassava, tomato, and other stuffs. Her mind is wired, brain sight, and more money need to be. Can't wait the banner. Or the racket to work a cat to Tobinia in the Bomuia. No, we are not Tantana, dining time. Oh, Banata for one. And now him was it Totobino, out what me wa. To be. Now the Totobi is desirable. Next time I did Totobi baby feel. Monfasha baby, and he did ye because Totobi the and can be pay with you. Recently, my wife said she has gone for market and other stuff. Open a few hours. Sentinel one assassin. Make get off. We be a day. Jamano, why your hands are? To be. But where a crab at Tafro was every chasel. I will take this thing out of this house. Me freezer and sofra. Go be a sentinel at the back. But she's wired in such a way. You go to the kitchen to do that one afterwards, you will enhance the money for you. That's a woman. Now you're a woman. You are not enhancing. Give a man. If a man, all of you are not married over here, just relax. If you marry, have it surprised you that when a man marries, nothing happens? So, come on. You are asking, and then now we're ready. On fashion man in me, the woman is an enhancer. For the man, a baby desirable. A baby desirable than what you want. That's how a woman is wired. It's a meme. Bush ya push. I mean, let's remove dear penis. Ah, come up and what to tap on some say. I mean, what me buy me here in your bar. She can never call herself. Never. Don't go and spoil people's life because in you, the idea to make the person's life. Make everything out of it is within you. That is how a woman is. That's why I say it is not good. He needs to enhance it. If you give her help, what do vision children on unless we're betting a or share baby or no perfect my vision that is that. It's an enhancer. Give your vision to her, an enhancer. Give money to her, enhances. That is the woman. Now we could deal like Muko could did no about so you are. I'm aware about Hacho. So, remember, you have realized that even the job operator without knowing this thing, remember about 7 days. What is he telling me? You're about to say, I'm an enhancer. To be quite young, and my family, the idea I can't do my mema better. I deal all in Nano, and this is a dua, no just or better. Remember what was in the Kulu, that's why you're the other day. If you are sister, you're the so when Sister Adua comes, Sister Adua also within our man 7 and man because they don't have that wisdom to do that. You have to do that. Who do? No, ba ushia ba go to this to come, mommy. Come on. You are an answer. Let me tell you, when I was preparing this, God brought this thing into my mind. Tell me, all of you over here in Asante Kingdom, tell me. Almost saying yet in your catcher said Sikashi or Beman Semuda. The time we get that statement, even when a man uses money and the money cannot be found, Yanka said Bemana Ashiska. But it is come on, bar. This come etipe, so Washiska. You must can wash it, show you and wash it. Why? Because of bad dear that your dear Mawa, they will say, something really about that, so you want it. Anyone? Okay. There's nothing that smells. I'm a man. Listen to all of you. There's nothing that smells like a smell. It smells, any smell. I just give the woman a smell. A smell. No ovulation. I don't cry about tabata. I'm going to the new woman. Your son is adding on one year, the Guayma, the choir bed that's why you will, because I'm in a room. God wired you that way. Nothing comes to you and leave you like that. Decide to activate that thing inside you. That everything that comes to you and inquire the answer in your society, in your office, in your homes, wherever you are. Anything I dare show say bia, we will bar. The man is saying, you're a woman. Prove your womanhood. If you cannot be an enhancer in the office, Senema did that day, you start putting things in order and others. Yeah, there might be other women who don't know these things. You have gotten to know. Be an enhancer. Office, you almost party. They want to go and buy food and order food and other stuff. You say, no, please, can you give us the food? We want to do something. And then you do it. They are wondering, hey, last year it costed us 12,000 Ghana cedis. But you took only 5,000 and you did that. Wow. And that is why a woman receives gift for free. I'm telling you. Because I'm a boka 12,000 here. Let's say what me be boka and 8,000. Let me 4,000 woman. Me take 2,000 crowd man. Anyway. No buy me share now 1 year enhancer. We share bra. The birthday I know send him momo. Whoa, you are not an enhancer. You are expecting a gift. You are not an enhancer. This is a seriously here. If you are really an enhancer, you won't request it. I'm telling you. You won't. The man is known within him, within the man is cooked over there. That when you are truly an enhancer, he will appreciate your enhancement. Be an enhancer. Don't throw away this virtue. Assume that responsibility that whenever I find out, whether in a church, whether in an office, I'll be looking at what I can increase in value for them. Whether that's 10. Listen, no man sell pure water. Obey this scam. Oba betimi aton pure water kakra bosu me bubu zanse scan wenyan o kana bubu zanse. Nti na mimi njini ye na me shop no na mtia no. Hwe, mimi obi ole na we di gani say o de kwai. On fanko baby. Eh, mama kan tell me answer. Oh, one town. One top. So you see. Hallelujah. Yeah, when you answer. Yeah, this come on when you. Or bannis cash on someone. Think twice. Oh man, some more for. And trusting defending, and I'm here saying, and I'm saying, yeah, and can you see, oh, you are bad. In you, everything have to increase. Impo banche cry increase once. Banche. This cassava thing, this fufu we went and bought outside. When you go and say, mommy took fufu 15 cedi. We should we come up. Inti mommy think, bobri na mkoto was kokoto di ene. He just bought it, cook it, pang. We are tretre. We chama marketing. But add value into betia. Untu akwa e una so pe fufu afa we di mo ntimi ntena mewa unti no wo na wo oba wo hia me ko traduane na me hia na so wo de nyemi kunu ba madam fo no na so chale me fa ha di fufu instead say wo be catch him say abrante fama me na yem fanya wo de ma me 1 hour me yen say yem kwa ene say kwa na wato bia ma me hwe wait and you call yourself a woman ya ko tani ya di say ene da ba ne be san ba ha bi Why you are making a choice? Be careful. Number 2. No, let's see the scriptures. 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 7 NCV. Proverbs chapter 31 verse 23. Maybe some people might think I'm lying. And so let's see scriptures. A man should not cover his head because he is the likeness and glory of God. The woman is what? But woman is what? It's man's glory. Now see yourself as Bible says you are man's glory. I read it from the CEV. And do you know what he said? He said the woman give honor to man. When contemporary English version will tell you, the woman gives honor to man. Whenever there's glory upon you, you have weight. It is honor that comes upon you. A woman gives honor. It's not that he's bound down. When he comes into your life, there's a weight on you. There's a weight on you. From my studies and discovery, women were created to what? Think, make them more weightier in their life. Why? Because I'm an enhancer. So maybe I'm increasing. You know, it's only few men in the tutu susu. Or by Pia 1 woman 20%, not their 200 or 2 susu box, or their 2 susu box. That's how they are. Addition of fire. They give man glory, they increase everything in their life. In society, now that we are denying women and devaluing them, this enhancer is off. You see how we are suffering? At the end of the day, who is suffering? Us. Why? Because we are not leveraging on their enhancers. If you like, go and open a company and have only men and see if you see an enhancer. We have denomination leaders, only men. We are worried. you should be worried because an enhancer should be there. There's a way they think that enhances whatever you do. Let's bring women back to parliament. Let's bring them back to the pulpit. Let's bring it back to leadership. Let's bring it. Go to tech. Our current first lady, vice president, was a vice chancellor in Cape Coast. And if you go and ask during her time things that were happening over there. Woman, bring Hannah. They bring weight. They are the glory. You are man's glory. You are societal glory. Now, look at you. Is that the glory you're giving? That kind of videos you are posting? That kind of pictures? What honor that brings in society and in the church? In your life. Carry yourself like that. I carry glory for the man when I come into it. That is why when a man is leaving you, you should not kill yourself. He's distancing himself from a glory. It's because you've not developed yourself into that capacity. That's why when he's leaving, it pains you and other. But if you have developed that capacity and be enhanced, the next one who gets you is the one who has got you. Train yourself to be a woman. Until that, you are not a woman. Number 2, the woman is a man's highest good. Not the man's good, his highest good. And whenever I see man, I'm not just talking in the input, I'm relating because before the woman came, the only human being on this earth was man. So whenever I finish with a man, I have to equate it to society. So whatever you brought, that's what society you reflect over there. So it's not just relationship issues I'm talking about here, but I'm talking about because the first person that was there we were using over there was a man. So after I finish, you have to extend it to society. You go to your office, you are there. You bring Anna to the office. You bring Anna. You are man's highest good, society's highest good. Regardless of all the trouble that we have had on this earth, a man can have money, he can have car, he can have houses, he can have a lot of things. None of them is the highest good of a man. A woman is the highest good of a man. And I'm going to prove to you, a woman is the highest good of a man. Respect your mother, she's your highest good. Respect your female friends, they are the man's highest good. Society, women respect each other because the person you are treating is a highest good of the society. Just imagine you are highest good, I'm a highest good, and other stuff. Then it is better. Respect each other. Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. He said, the Lord God said, it is not good that man should be alone. Now, come on, listen to me. If God said it is not good that man should be alone, it is not good. Keep that one in your mind. Do you think He's going to create? That means that the thing that is going to create will have an ability to produce good, to avert the one which is not good. What do you think? So a woman within her has a nature that causes her to produce good. It's unlike the man. The man has his own function. When we get to the man or in next month, you see them. But the woman has been wired to produce good. So they are natural. When you get that is why you normally get good women. We have few bad ones around, of course. But you normally get women who are good. When it comes to relationship and other stuff, who suffers? Is the woman. Because they are intrinsically made to be good. Because they came to solve what is not good. So they have to bring an ability to produce good, to be able to right the wrong. That is how they are. They are good. They are good. Good means that, in fact, the Hebrew word means they are pleasant. The woman God created is pleasant. It's pleasant. When you read it further, he said that they produces prosperity and riches. Good is something that provide happiness. You don't create problems. Because you don't know your identity, you are causing problems. You don't. Listen, no matter how many broken hearts you receive, ladies, listen to me. Never leave this your identity and behave bad. Sometimes society might treat you that you have been too good and men are taking advantage of you and other stuff. Listen, don't let their bad thing change you to become bad. Because when you start living bad, you will never be happy. Let me tell you something. No woman lives bad and be happy. In the old of days, and yet And I must say what men can do, women can do in a movie simula. Let me tell you, in the old of this, unshia and rob or your bad. Because you need that ability to take things from people. They might become more wicked. Okay? It is under highest emotional trauma. And Robatama did Kumbema. This is the move to a certain level. No, they know they are poor. Somebody to a man in her right mind. And now this is a man in her right mind. And so you, if you realize in the order of this, a man for no more just get group I am man and your man. They may bet me yes, your friend is saying, oh, what room they just got. The woman cannot do it. So is mama. She can't. She will feel very sorry. You don't have the ability to produce bad. You have the ability to produce good. But with the entrance of sin, that aspect now was destroyed. Until you do me, I do you. But you know when you do you and you do him or you do her, you realize that you're not happy. Into him or here we are, the good nature will be dealing with her. Then tremble from. After one, I'm not a cancer. Brian, baby. You never hear me say because this is why you're born, and the nature that is good God put in her is pumping up the oil. Well, you see a bit hanging themselves. People, you see women hanging themselves, all because they are funny connection. When you be uncaptured, the good nature in them is telling them you've done bad. Now they are funny. But funny connection is here. Most of the so kill me. But probably I can't confess it. No, because the good nature will continue to deal with you, that you were made to solve something that is bad, and within you have the ability to do good, and you're doing bad. So it will not allow you, even though. So maintain your side, other than that you die early. Be good. Be good. Oh no, church them. I'm not down for crowd. I office and then they fought. I think we did them, and so still the good nature will be dealing with it. I now did to myself, Madam from the one you want. I catch your sister, I catch you. And I make her say the same sister. And I make come out with them. May your bonniana. No, only once they do that and you're able to support them, then they are happy. Now they have an outsider now telling them they are good, they did well, they are happy because their good nature is now receiving an enforcement outside. That's how you are wired when you're here in here. Maintain you are good. I love our mothers in the old of days. Your papa can go out and take girlfriends and other stuff. The panny of a casa children. On where do you know, mammy? But I cried that the Baba. I tell you, I see a summer. Oh, you are bad. Can't go for any other brame. A boy. You remember? You call it demeaning woman, but the woman was living her own nature. When you mean, because when reacting to the man, she will never be happy with her because she was created. And now you ladies buy so much of if you do me, I do me. Into a car, a one was walk was yama. And you know. Genesis chapter 2 verse 18. It is not good for a man to be alone. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 22 NIV. Are you learning something? I want you to move over here and be a good woman. The MA and some American won't you go office and you still go and meet men who are polluted. May you more ideal mathematics, you know, make the environment and the all. So they are going to fight you with this. Relax, leave, you know yourself now, leave and forget about them. He who finds a wife, which is a woman in a different role, finds what? She finds what?
That's right. Can Bible say it's a lie? He's saying the same thing he said in Genesis, that if you find a wife, you find what is good. It's not you find what has good, you find what is good. I made it good to rectify what is not good. So he has the ability to produce what is good. He finds the Bible will never call you a wife if you are not operating as a woman. You are a wife, or being a wife is an honor to a woman that is operating as a woman according to God's eyes. That is why when a woman, these things I'm talking about, when a woman does it, she becomes attractive. Everybody want to marry her. So the woman that have graduated from being just a normal woman to being a wife, surely it's a good thing. The woman, the third one is a helpmate. The woman God created is not just an enhancer, it's not just the man's highest good, but the woman is a helpmate. Genesis chapter 2, verse 18b. He is a helpmate. The Lord said, it is not good that the man be alone. B, I will make him a helper comparable to what? To him. So he made him what? A helper. Last week I dealt with that one. We make him a helper. That means the woman offers assistance to the man's plan. Now listen to me. The woman over here, your creation is what we are talking about. You can let society pollute your mind, but that's not how God created you. But let me tell you, you were created to support. You were created to assist the man's plan. And that's why some society want to dwell on this one and said, keep quiet, whatever we say, follow. But the woman was created to be a helper. That means he assists the man in fulfilling the plan of the man. Because of this, I tell women, listen, you are not supposed to have a plan. Even a woman who is living single, if you ever see any woman who is functioning very well, corporate body and other stuff, she has a man in her life. It might not be a husband. She has a very man in her life. You are in an office or a branch, you are on free pan, on share the decision, on your man share the decision. Because a woman doesn't have the ability to plan. And so planning ma woman. So the man is given the ability to plan because of his leadership role. And it's a woman who is single crampo, necessary or personal planning. Look at how he does. When you plan, we are not done for no friend. Kwame, I me person me ya de bi ona. When you can person koto land na odwen ho se. No nya osika. Se me na me musika de koto me land. Me nya hwese me free obi ebusan say me koto land na se. Me pa na musa, pa me musa. A man feels fulfilled by planning. A woman feels fulfilled by assisting the plan. And so when in the absence of a man planning so that she can assist, she plans and she needs a man to know that salute. You are done. And to say obane flow. No busa se kwame. Ukra na me imagine say listen ka mobile money ukra me China me kokoya yi. Who just say this dey be no kwase uja ah na enyo nya me anam adwen say nya ntina me busa wo boa. When they plan too much, they might get into error. So what he does is that he get a man and the man will be helping. Every woman that is functioning very well, it's either he have a male friend very close who have sharp brain who is helping her plan, or baby operating on one I'm telling you. Because you are made to help, assist. Until now that maybe so you can take a male friend, talk to the person, he will guide you. That man where Jimmy Kurano, Nyamiaman the ability to plan. To Bisana. But a man plans. I always tell women, because of that, if you are going to follow any man, one, see to it that the man has a plan. And two, see to it that your fulfillment is in helping the man to plan, to fulfill his plan, to achieve his plan. Any home
that the man has a plan and the woman has a plan, always there's no peace. Just imagine, I'm into ministry. My wife says he doesn't have anything to do with ministry. She's into marketing and then business. There will be conflict. But we are having two visions. Can you link your marketing to my this in the removal of this evil? So I advise, Obiani the way, listen to me. Because of that, God wired you to help a banker. Keep it. You cannot help a pastor. The woman no. And yes, you help and baby, you may help. God wired you to help a doctor, not a pastor. God helped you to help a pastor. God helped you to become a building contractor, an engineer. And yes, you will be a mentee, which is a building contractor. You will not have the ability to contain the challenges of the building contractor and quit. That is the reason why women normally leave when they get off. Many men that marry them say, "We do time I'm watching the name, and the call." Probably the woman was not made to help you. You force her. And to me, when I was choosing, whenever I meet you, the first thing I want to ask you is that what makes you fulfilled? And don't throw away those things they say and convince them to follow you. Because on her, he's wired to go to Thanos. You are forcing her, say, follow me. They become so frustrated because he has no idea having somebody who is going to attack. All that you know is a Buakwa road. So now it becomes a problem. She tried commenting and it's nonsense. And she feel like she's not able to help. Now she pack her things and goes. Women are not bad. When they see that they cannot offer what they are in, they feel bad and leave. Now we are tagging them as bad. Because after all, but you see, I'm not wired to handle that problem. But when I'm wired to marry a minister, when I'm wired to marry a banker, still I will get the wisdom to be able to handle the challenges that are coming, because that's what God wired me to be. You are a helper. The man will have a plan. You are there to support the plan. And anything you propose and propose any say your business proposal. Propose any answer what the brand I will tell me plans baby I'll come when I'm in business proposal. The reason why I didn't catch me a film proposal all but also what kind of plans. So be no be yo papa. Don't who am for power. Oh boy. Share me be amateur say. What you say there no come no be what did you say? No plan ben what the man. Where are we going? Where are we landing? What is our destination? Do you have anything to contribute into it? I know Matthias here. What tell you don't make it was a baby? What the okay? Cannot cry. What should we are? I did now we have been more fulfilled. What do you say? Okay, I bring the house one in the quiet. Honestly, say, me more than come Kobu, I can't make paper because me Kobu, I feel fulfilled. I feel that. Don't throw away, because desire is a sign of what God has wired you. My first walk one, and the way we are going. The true kwema and the going will always get tough. The Bible says that if you faint in the day of adversity, it tells you that your strength is small. That means that you are not wired with capacity to handle that. Don't sit down and think that God is a useless person who just make us into problems. It's better you say, no, my first relationship that I have after becoming a Christian, the lady was with me. In fact, when I met her, he told me she wanted to marry a medical doctor. Anyway, no pastor, no bumper me too. No bumper me as well be youth president. Say yes. Na can bring can so okọ win back. No who me suni pada. Okọ who me suni pa. Be a medical doctor ope. Afi again me friend na say call na cut is first no 6 years e ka si wo manim na anuanom na abre ho me broken heart tamani hono na make kire part 1 and 2 10. Oh boy, what do you to? You are the next in line. I didn't Remember now, would you now dance from me? Besides the dance, I didn't begin to miss it. You can through. Wouldn't say break, wouldn't make one of the guys I was training tell me. I was shocked. It is today that I was preparing the message that thought the guy said came into my me guy back when I'm in the man me training picky. Or catch them say, Papa, a beer, not only so on to me years of money. Be a sure no on to me years of money. 6 years and I lost it. It doesn't matter, she's a very good Christian, but she's not wired to marry a pastor. So alongside the way Nyame was the baby so not a crash. Joyce Meyer is in ministry, but the husband is not a pastor, and they are having a fantastic marriage. Let's be very careful. Ignorance is killing us, and we finish and blame it on witches and wizards. If you have knowledge and you are praying very well, which no chrono share what was through. But because we are not learning and we are not really, we are forcing things to work. Hey, bra, what did show what a good petrol market as a kind of move and a mumpiame? And you pian you pianco. You pianco, and yes, boss, are there. So, me the fool, na fool, and him. Oh, and no permit feels so big on me. Or say, I don't want me a pian because it's on pian. Sometimes don't waste my time. Don't come and sit down and waste my time for gun. Pastor, the guy is treating me, my God. He's treating me bad, Pastor. But, Mommy, let's handle the issue. Pastor, it's true what you are saying is true, but I love you. You love who? Continue. Emotional beings, continue. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 4. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 4. No, TLB. A wealthy wife is her husband's joy and what? I told you what wife is, right? A wealthy wife is her husband's joy and but the other one, the other kind, he's still a wife, but he's not wealthy. He corrodes his strength and tear down everything he does. You are like this and you call yourself a woman. A wealthy wife. Now give it to me in contemporary version and you see what he's calling a wealthy wife. How Bible speak. Contemporary English version will tell you that a helpful word. Now you see how Bible call a wealthy wife. A wealthy wife is what? When we take away your helpfulness, you are not wealthy. We are wondering how you became a wife. That one time Proverbs said something. He said there's 7 things on this earth that is too surprising to him. One of them, he said, how a maid was able to fall in love with his master's her master's husband. Maid or no be fear to me abeje. Ni madam kunu. O se wadwene ho a wonte ase. Yeah, esipa. When the maid comes in the house and is helpful, well, lay bed on when oh, sim boss near my only TV. Unia dad, you basica, when your wealthy wife. After now, I've been as of Mikupa, when Paponi. You made you know, someone named Penal. You have failed in your entire life. Wealthy wife is the joy of the husband, the crown of the husband. But the other kind, I love that he didn't mention their name. The other kind, so that you don't say you are becoming the other kind. They corrode their strength and tear down. Who get 2 steps forward, we 1 step forward, you know what, but 2 steps backwards. Wait, and you call yourself a woman. But do you know the reason why? The issue is that I believe that the other kind was not called, wired to help that man. Whatever be the case, also accept no no work. Okay, do. Won't mean adi bibia. Manos nko. Be manos so abi wie na afi bibia wo ara bibia here negative. Could everything. I will learn. I hope you are learning. So when you say we are adding value, this is what we are talking about too.
papa. The last one I want to talk about is that a receiver, the woman God created is a receiver and a reflector. It's a receiver and a reflector. Now, let me tell you something. Woman, your design is that you're a receiver. Even when we look at the reproductive organs, you're a receiver. It's a physical thing. We told you, you receive sperms, you receive that, you are receive. Even in the act of love, a woman receives. You don't have to touch a man anywhere for him to feel anything. But the woman, if you don't touch her, she's always at the receiving end. That's how God created you to be. Human being in the physical realm, women are receivers. They receive love, they receive good things, they receive a lot of things we give it to them. Because of the second one, women are reflectors, so they have to be received. And when they receive, they reflect. Whatever they receive, they reflect. The sad aspect is that because they are enhancer, they can't reflect on one. They receive and enhance it and reflect it for you. So whatever you give to them, already they are enhancers. So they will enhance it and then increase it in value and give it to you, papa. So just imagine you tell her about phone. I do about phone. Actually, receiving. We be ma kwasi empenyi kwa chirito ama true because ono that is how. So you are receivers. You receive words through their ears. That's what they feel by the words they receive. Just like to me for proposal. You see that because we are not receivers, so Obabi proposes because we are not receivers. We are givers. We are born to be givers as men. We give proposal, we give sperms, we give money, we give that. It doesn't mean that the woman doesn't give. She reflects it. So once you give to her, her inner beauty of her inner self of receiving and reflecting will let her, if the guy have been doing this one to me, then me too, I have to also return it. So actually, we don't ask women for things. You actually give to them and expect that they reflect. That is how it is. And when we were younger, our mothers in the house, when the father give them money, they don't eat all for chop money. They hide some things. Then the toughest time when daddy doesn't have anything, then you are there and the mother will come. On one of this year, then you bring it and say, that time they were housewife. We were not going to work. How did you get it? He said, the money you have been giving to me anytime when I go to sleep, then I put it down. So today I bring it back. They reflect. Women, listen to me. Because you are a receiver and whatever you receive, you enhance it and reflect. I would advise you, screen and cut you away from what you receive. Because a best settled in autopilot, we are then sanity. You see, there are women that have met lovely guys, but they can't receive the love because they have met bad guys who treated them bad, and that thing they have received makes them reflectors of bad, even though you show them love. Autopilot. Into what's our love no could do baby say a bit cancel the broken heart in me, that bad experience. So that is why I deal can you mean say the better trip can I hear the first one be because we are clean slate in Waba. So the what you receive over there, you should be very careful. If you give them in short, they enhance it, they get it back to you. If you give them money, they enhance it, they get it back to you. That's why we give them money, they give us food. Because they enhance it and reflect. If a woman doesn't know how to love, I don't blame her. I blame the environment she finds herself. Because she's designed to receive love, so how she understands love, that is the same way she shows it. So when you come to my home and I'm talking to my daughter, I'm very careful. My son can do, and I can talk to him harshly, squeeze my face.
My daughter is the only one that comes around me and I'm angry and I have to keep quiet because I'm the first male he's receiving love from. So there are certain comments. My boys in the BIA, because she's receiving love to reflect. My man appropriate lover. Before I make a say, Obibeka Nanesi, Siakoyos, Kazan Papa, Obidi Matema. For planning to your answer. I love you. In the jammy. So, near come, I love you in the jammy. And you know what? If you're free, move your life. That's the love we show. Parents are not aware of it. Guys, I wanted to tell you, I'm a broken amount for her to be brave. What will be you? What will be? But the lady helped you with all her money and other stuff. And then later on, you disappoint her expectations because of you. And in the mind of the lady, friend Eve. So they don't know say it's Collins that did it. So I've met Blankson. Let me treat Blankson different. Collins or your bearman. Blankson or your bearman. That's how their mind is. So whoever be a lady that comes to your life, necessarily if you're a man, show them genuine love. Show them with love. Show them love with intentions. Show them intentional of sheda where's Albeka sheda, so that you can groom them with that positive love. So that the next man, the next man will be he will enjoy the end product of the reflection. Do that. And hame and say ni panem fan koma unuana okowa no bi ana nyo na abewa. So the next one is going to receive your end product. When Josmeya met the husband, Dave, the same thing. The same thing. She fought Dave because at time Papa almost about 200 times before he turned 18. Sexually molested. Your husband, the first marriage got broken. I think the second relationship also got broken, and he has so bad information about me. And then he met the husband that he's staying with, Dave. In her book, How to Make Your Marriage Work, she said that I saw that I was the problem. To make Kasana Dave to you. And then he said at a certain point he wanted to pack her things and leave because Dave was too good for him. One of us saw young one, but that way they say, "Well, we did not temper on doing." And she's behaving that one because she's reflecting the intake or the input he received from other men. That's why I told you, if you marry somebody right now, she was good. You come back 2 years, 3 years ago, Pastor, me means I could show you a forcer. I could say, Papa was a well known. Eyawa. I doubt the Akusha be seen many now so succulent. Let me see that more. What to me the Nako fear? At Nako Seno. I'm on a bad treatment, I have a wood reflection. I'll say, yeah. What a common wine. Take it. Your blessing, no. Many times when you are fighting, I didn't know how you are. What's one I am, sir? Maybe I'm not here. First, my share, I'm not here. I'm in Tessa. I'm in Yedi, I'm in Casa. When I am, sir, what's Sham, son, to say me, yours, sir? I'm pa. One team, or my good doctrine and good teaching. Or by no you could. Then Shenimu, he won't hire, sir. Tiago, say, let's be very careful. But because we don't know this thing, that they are answers, they are man's highest good, they are helpmeet, they are receivers, we do things out of ignorance, and inadvertently we get an end product. If you are getting a woman who is bossy, it is women who did that. They are catch an iron element man, a mama baba, because they have received it for a very long period, and now they are coming back to fight us back and say we too can do it. So the Beijing conference is as a result of we who did it, and you man got answer for that. He treaty wo muti say yeah. Komoja mu Beijing conference ne ko. You want to end the second world bia na nye Beijing na ko Tokyo conference. Akodo mbeba no we will kill the men to take over. And they say what men can do, we can do. The next one, we will kill them to take over because they are. So everybody who could within the next 20 years, we don't want that one. We don't want to die. Let's know them very well. Let's know their need. Let's treat them very well. Handle them with care, with intentionality and purpose. And we'll enjoy a better world. Be on your feet and let us pray.